Action is the foundational key to all success. Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up. It took me 4 years to paint like Raphael, but a lifetime to paint like a child. The purpose of art is washing the dust of daily life off our souls. It takes a long time to become young. Everything you can imagine is real. My mother said to me, if you are a soldier, you will become a general. If you are a monk, you will become the Pope. Instead, I was a painter and became Picasso. Colors, like features, follow the changes of the emotions. I'd like to live as a poor man with lots of money. The people who make art their business are mostly imposters. I am always doing that which I cannot do, in order that I may learn how to do it. Only put off until tomorrow what you are willing to die, having left undone. Every act of creation is first an act of destruction. Painting is just another way of keeping a diary. There are only two types of women, goddesses and doormats. Good artists copy, great artists steal. Our goals can only be reached through a vehicle of a plan, in which we must fervently believe, and upon which we must vigorously act. There is no other route to success. Love is the greatest refreshment in life. Every positive value has its price in negative terms. The genius of Einstein leads to Hiroshima. Who sees the human face correctly, the photographer, the mirror, or the painter? Youth has no age. Art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life. Computers are useless, they can only give you answers. I do not seek, I find. Sculpture is the art of the intelligence. All children are artists. The problem is how to remain an artist once he grows up. He can who thinks he can, and he can't who thinks he can't. This is an inexorable, indisputable law. The world today doesn't make sense, so why should I paint pictures that do? The older you get, the stronger the wind gets, and it's always in your face. Some painters transform the sun into a yellow spot. Others transform a yellow spot into the sun. I begin with an idea, and then it becomes something else. To finish a work, to finish a picture, what nonsense. To finish it means to be through with it, to kill it, to rid it of its soul, to give it its final blow, the coup de grace for the painter as well as for the picture. Give me a museum, and I'll fill it. The artist is a receptacle for emotions that come from all over the place, from the sky, from the earth, from a scrap of paper, from a passing shape, from a spider's web. We don't grow older, we grow riper. Art is the lie that enables us to realize the truth. We all know that art is not truth. Art is a lie that makes us realize the truth, at least the truth that is given to us to understand. If there were only one truth, you couldn't paint 100 canvases on the same theme. There is no abstract art. You must always start with something. Afterward, you can remove all traces of reality. Art is the elimination of the unnecessary. You have to have an idea of what you are going to do, but it should be a vague idea. Success is dangerous. One begins to copy oneself, and to copy oneself is more dangerous than to copy others. It leads to sterility. Others have seen what is and asked why. I have seen what could be and asked why not. It is your work in life that is the ultimate seduction. I don't believe in accidents. There are only encounters. In history, there are no accidents. An idea is a point of departure and no more. As soon as you elaborate it, it becomes transformed by thought. Everything is a miracle. It is a miracle that one does not dissolve in one's bath like a lump of sugar. God is really only another artist. He invented the giraffe, the elephant, and the cat. He has no real style. He just goes on trying other things. Work is a necessity for man. Man invented the alarm clock. Art is not the application of a canon of beauty, but what the instinct and the brain can conceive beyond any canon. When we love a woman, we don't start measuring her limbs. Painting is a blind man's profession. He paints not what he sees, but what he feels, what he tells himself about what he has seen. When I was a child, my mother said to me, "If you become a soldier, you'll be a general. If you become a monk, you'll end up as the Pope." Instead, I became a painter and wound up as Picasso. Never permit a dichotomy to rule your life, a dichotomy in which you hate what you do so you can have pleasure in your spare time. Look for a situation in which your work will give you as much happiness as your spare time. Sculpture is the best comment that a painter can make on painting. The chief enemy of creativity is good sense. The chief enemy of creativity is good sense. Art is a lie that makes us realize truth. The genius of Einstein leads to Hiroshima. Inspiration exists, but it has to find us working. To draw, you must close your eyes and sing. The more technique you have, the less you have to worry about it. The more technique there is, the less there is. Is there anything more dangerous than sympathetic understanding? You mustn't always believe what I say. Questions tempt. you to tell lies, particularly when there is no answer. When I die, it will be a shipwreck, and as when a huge ship sinks, many people all round will be sucked down with it. If only we could pull out our brain and use only our eyes. One must act in painting as in life directly. To copy others is necessary, but to copy oneself is pathetic. To make oneself hated is more difficult than to make oneself loved. Are we to paint what's on the face, what's inside the face, or what's behind it? I have a horror of people who speak about the beautiful. What is the beautiful? One must speak of problems in painting. Why do two colors, put one next to the other, sing? Can one really explain this? No, just as one can never learn how to paint. Disciples be damned, it's not interesting. It's only the masters that matter, those who create. One does a whole painting for one peach and people think just the opposite. That particular peach is but a detail. They ought to put out the eyes of painters as they do goldfinches in order that they can sing better. We must not discriminate between things. Where things are concerned, there are no class distinctions. We must pick out what is good for us where we can find it. If all the ways I have been along were marked on a map and joined up with a line, it might represent a minotaur.